to go on the record in the matter of Edward Dahl III, 222027. Appearance, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Heider on behalf of Edward Dahl, who appears on Zoom with consent.
All right, Mr. Dahl, your name, please.
Edward Michael Dahl III.
All right, you're not driving, correct?
No, Your Honor, I'm sitting in my truck on the job site.
Okay. All right, and so counsel, today's the date scheduled for the probation violation hearing for your client. Your client is currently on probation for disorderly conduct, and it's alleged on March 17th, he tested positive for marijuana and cocaine. And we entered a plea of not guilty on April 17th, set it for today's date for a hearing.
Your Honor, I spoke with my client at length with his grandmother and his uncle. At this time, he wishes to plead guilty to violating probation without a hearing.
All right, Mr. Dahl, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And sir, you heard the allegations, correct?
Yeah. Say that one more time, Your Honor.
You heard the allegations, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And as to the allegations, you tested positive for marijuana and cocaine on your March 17th test. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor. I take full responsibility for my actions.
And you've gone over your advice of rights for probation violation purposes with your attorney, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand all of those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand that by entering into a plea, that you'll be waiving some of those rights, specifically your right to a contested hearing, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Neal, please tap join on that request. And you understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand the recommendation is to continue and complete all terms of probation, pay a $50 probation violation fee, 1 day in the court workforce, and increase your testing.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand that the court can adopt that recommendation in full, in part, or depart from that, or add to it. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No, Your Honor.
And counsel, if you can please register your client.
I'm sorry?
If you can please register your client.
Yeah, Mr. Dahl, you're pleading guilty because you are guilty, correct?
Yes, sir.
You used marijuana and cocaine while you were on probation, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I believe that makes out the violation, Your Honor.
All right, the court is satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to probation violations. Indicate probation violation will enter based upon your plea of guilty and technical violation number 1. And counsel, as to the recommendation.
Your Honor, we understand the recommendation. We do believe it's reasonable. After consulting with him, his uncle, his grandmother, you know, he's committed now, he says, to sobriety. I hope, in fact, that that's what he does, because he's got a lot of talent. He's got a nice business, and he's got nice people that work for him, and they depend on him. His girlfriend is 8.5 months pregnant, and going to jail would be devastating for him. I would only point to the fact that initially this was, you know, a disorderly person. It really wasn't a drug offense, but obviously he's, you know, you've put restrictions on him, and he has to abide by them. I hope you adopt the recommendation, and I hope that this is the last straw for him with respect to violating it. He seems committed. He's got the support of his family, and we ask you to please adopt the recommendation.
court will note, prior to hearing from Mr. Dahl, that, while the conviction is for disorderly conduct, the original charges were disorderly conduct, assaulting and resisting, as well as public intoxication. And, the resisting, obstructing, and public intoxication were dismissed as a result of the plea agreement. Mr. Dahl, if you're tested today,
Yes, Your
what's
Honor.
in your system?
Should be clean, Your Honor. I haven't smoked weed. I haven't done any cocaine or anything. I'm taking this matter serious. To be honest with you, I didn't take it serious at first, and that's 100% my fault. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I want to just get this past me so I can move on for a better life for my family and my business, and just take the next steps in the life to being a better man in the world.
So you said you should be clean. If you're not clean, what's in your system?
Well, I haven't smoked. I mean, I'm clean. I know that I smoked a lot of weed. I had my med card for 7 years. Well, I stopped for 2 years because it was legal, but I haven't smoked, so my numbers should be down, but I did smoke for a long time.
And what was going through your mind when you decided you're going to use cocaine?
To be honest, Your Honor, I wasn't thinking clearly, and I made a mistake. I messed up, and I shouldn't have never made those decisions. They're bad decisions, and I have to take this head on and take full responsibility for my actions. I don't have any excuses. I just want to get this part of my life past me, and continue working hard for my family, and my employees.
And have you cleared up your warrants, sir?
My lawyer is in the process of it. I have to put $5,000 down for the bond, and I meant to say 500. I'm sorry, and then we take the next steps.
When's the last time you tested, sir?
I tested it like a couple days ago, like maybe less than a week ago.
A couple days ago or less than a week ago?
Probably about less than a week ago. I think it was less than 7 days ago. I can give you the exact date. I give you the exact date in 1 second. I dropped on May 2nd, and in the afternoon or around 5:30.
All right. Here's what the court's going to do, sir. The court's going to indicate that, oh, I'm sorry.
So
hold on.
6
Counsel,
days ago.
There's also a second bond violation or probation violation that alleges on April 5th of 23 that your client also tested positive for cocaine and marijuana, which would be technical violation number 2. I missed that one here on the file. So what are we doing on that one?
Your Honor, the same. He pleads guilty.
All right, and Mr. Dahl, you understand all of your rights, and as far as this one goes as well, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand the possible penalty as well?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
And counsel, would you like to go to your client on this one as well?
Mr. Dahl, you took a test on April 2nd of 2023, and that the results have turned up that you are positive for marijuana and cocaine. Do you have any reason to dispute that?
No, sir.
All right, so you
Let me
used
just clarify, it's April 5th.
April 5th. So you used marijuana and cocaine shortly before April 5th, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm satisfied, Judge.
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violation, indicate probation, technical violation number 2. And so,
Your Honor, I can promise you this will not ever happen again. I'll never put this stress on my wife again, and I just wanted to say that, you know, I made my mistakes, and I promise it will never happen again.
well, you were sentenced in January. We had a bond violation hearing in February.
That was, I think, for the marijuana, and I did provide a doctor's note and, you know, 7 years of medical marijuana documents, but, you know, I'm not smoking no more. I'm taking full responsibility, keeping myself 100% clean, and I'm just trying to work towards a better future.
Well, here's the thing. So you had one violation for marijuana and cocaine on March 17th, and then you had the exact same violation 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I don't believe he had noticed, Your Honor, that he had the first violation. So I think I'd ask you to kind of group them together, and you know, this I don't know what word I should use, maybe epiphany that he's had here in the last 10 days or so, where he, you know, fessed up to me with his family, and, you know, stated what he's stated to you here a number of times. You know, that's all very recent, like in the last 10 days. I mean, you have a grip on him for the next, whatever, year or so, maybe year and a half. I'm not exactly sure how long. You know, these penalties will be available to you. He is working. He's got a child on the way. I don't know if you know, the recommendation kind of gives him that one last bite at the apple. That's what we're asking for.
Well, counsel, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate there's been amendments to the probation statute where people seem to get a multitude of chances. But this, I mean, your client not having noticed that there was a violation, he had noticed when he decided to use the cocaine and the marijuana that was a violation. And then he went ahead and did it again.
No doubt.
Even though
No doubt.
this court was very clear with Mr. Dahl that he was not to possess or consume the alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. And while perhaps marijuana could be prescribed if it's by a treating physician for that Mr. Dahl has a medical history with or relationship with, cocaine would not be prescribed in any form or fashion. So here's what the court's going to do. The court's going to indicate that you're to continue to complete all terms of probation, $50 probation violation fee on each of these matters, 1 day on the court workforce. We're going to increase your testing. You're also going to attend outpatient counseling, and the court's going to also indicate 5 days jail. The court will indicate that you are to report on May 19th. I'll give you a little over a week, sir, to get your affairs in order with your jobs that you have and have somebody run those jobs for you.
Is it possible, Your Honor, if I could,
If you could what?
if I could possibly serve the days on the weekends? You know, I mean, 5 days is hard on, you know, my company and my wife. You know, I'm sole provider for my family. It's that would be a lot on her, and my baby is due any time now. And I know my wrongs.
Sir,
So, you know.
sir, let me just say this. That's on you. You knew that you're not have to use any marijuana or cocaine. You used it not once, but twice. Twice. So that's on you. That's 100% on you.
It is, Your Honor.
So, May 19th is a Friday. Since COVID, Wayne County Jail isn't doing weekend jail anymore. So you'll serve your days over the weekend and you likely would be out on Monday, the 22nd. And so I'm giving you time to make proper arrangements, sir.
Much
I've never been
appreciated.
to jail in my
Where does he
whole life.
report, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
Where does he report to?
He will report to Dickerson, I believe, and, but he can contact Ms. Shaw and she'll give him that specific information.
It's crazy.
You don't have to report till 6 p.m., so you can still work on Friday, sir.
That's crazy. I've never been to jail in my whole life. I'm a good man.
Edward, enough.
It's crazy, dude. That's insane.
Sir, what's insane is that this court has court orders, and you've chosen to disregard them twice. Twice. You might want to have whoever's there giving you legal advice through the window to knock it off because they're not identified for the record. Nor are they a practicing attorney, I'm presuming, with you, since you have your retained attorney here.
Judge, where does he get the information as to when to report? Where, when and where?
He will contact Ms. Shaw as probation officer.
Thank you, Your Honor.